Hello, this is the Epic Gamer here, and today I have a tutorial on how you can create a Minecraft server. Now, you can do this in any way. You can pay for one on a website, but I port forwarded one, and I paid for I didn't pay for one actually. I just made a bucket server. I just followed the instructions, and then I learned how to make one. So the first thing you're going to do is basically you're going to go into the link in the description. Not Facebook, obviously. That's just my Facebook, really. But it's just going to load up. Hurry up. Let's say it's not my video. Okay, you're going to go to bukkit.org. I hate it when it does this. Org. Just close Facebook, I don't need it. You're gonna Bukkit forums. Okay. Now it's just loading up, so just wait for that to load. Okay, right. Now you're gonna go and click on Get Craft Bucket. Now this is gonna down, or you could go onto here if it shows up here. And I'm just show you. Okay, I've just got the page where you could download Craft Bucket. The version running at the moment. Sorry for that. The version running for the moment is Minecraft 1.2.3 version R4.0. Now I've saved that. Okay, just wait for it to load. It's just loading down there. 0% at the moment. Huh. But yeah, just wait for that to load and then it will. Is it gonna do it? Okay. Open folder. Then it will come up into your downloads just like here. Now you can close down that because you don't need it anymore. I might close that. I'll also give you the link where you can get the plugins and all that. But there it is inside your downloads. Drag it onto your desktop. Now what you're gonna do is, I am not too sure how I know how to create a start.batch, but I won't give it in this tutorial. Now, to make this work, you need to create a new folder. Now, I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it Minecraft Server. Okay, right. Now, here is my empty folder. I'm going to drag the craft bucket into there. Now, I already have inside this folder a start.batch that I can use. So I'm just going to copy this start.batch that I'm using, paste it in there. Now, this is the important bit. You've got to edit it. Make sure that there's going to be a code inside on a notepad. You're going to say, it's going to have to say craft bucket for up to 1.2.5. Excuse me. Then the line and then R4.0.jar. You want it to say that because you want this start.batch to be running over the craft bucket. So you don't need to change anything. Now you can start up your server, and then it will generate everything you need for your server and all that. generate all the worlds, you know, do everything. And also, what's the good thing about these servers is you can have different maps for your server. Now, I'll show you how to do that. Now, after this is generated, I'll show you what you have to do after. Or what you don't have to. Now, you can stop the server. So stop everything that is done. Just wait for that to load. Okay. Now go on to server.properties file. You should have it down there. Now here it should come up. I open it with Notepad. I open it with WordPad. Sorry, not Notepad. But you got here. The first one is allow never. So if you you could set that to true or false. If you set it to false, that means the people that join your server will not be allowed in the Nether. Now, the next one is level name. So this is the most important one for when you're changing your map, for when you want a map on your server. So whatever the map name is, so like Desert Survival map for v1.1, and then you would rename it to that, okay, instead of world. Enable query. I'm not too sure what enable query or allow flight. I think allow flight means allow you to fly. Server port, you leave it at 25565 because that's what you port forwarded at. Level type default, leave it like that. Enable recon. Yeah. Level of seed. If you've got a really cool seed for your version of Minecraft, you can type the seed there, and then on your server it will generate that seed. Server IP. Once you've got a static IP, you can type this server IP there, and then the server will automatically generate it. The maximum build height. This is how many blocks people are allowed to build up to the top. Spawn NPCs. You allow NPCs to spawn. Whitelist means you can whitelist the server if you don't want any griefers coming on griefing your server. Spawn animals. Set that to false if you don't want any more animals spawning. Online mode means if it's online mode to true, that means you can, like, it only allows people to that accessing their password to Minecraft. So if you set it to false, that means people playing offline can access your server. Now you don't want that, so you want to say it to true. PvP, I will set that to true, because if you want to have raiding games and all that, you want PvP on. Difficulty 0 is hardcore, I believe. I'm not too sure. No, it isn't actually. Difficulty 1 is easy mode. Number 2 is hard mode. No, number 2 is normal mode, and then number 3 is hard mode. Now, game mode is when you want to, if you want your server on game mode 1, which is creative, then you type a 1 there instead of a 0. Maximum players allows you how many players you want on your server. Spawn mobs, as you set that to false, it disables spawning mobs. Generated structures, so this basically generates stuff like dungeons and all that, you know. View distance, that's 10. I set it to 10. Moted. Now you can set this to anything you want. I would say ace, and I would say an I. I'd say type /help for list of commands. That'll basically be my motto. Now I'm going to allow more than 20. I'm going to allow 500 because my server's going to be quite epic, and I want it to be good. So now that's basically what you can do. You can set it. You can leave it at that. Server text. This is what your server has been doing. So if you edit it with you can edit it with Notepad++, but you don't edit this. This is just what your server did. This is just what your server generated when it started first to load. So permissions, you don't have to do anything in there. Ops, I will be an op, but I will opt myself on console. Help, when they do slash, you can change that if you're very clever. You know, bucket, you know, they changed that. And my phone has to always go off in the tutorial. Hang on. Hello. No, this is not it. Sorry about that, guys. Yes. So basically, I've created now my server. Now I can add plugins to it. Via doing that, I have plugins already. I have loads here. I'll just add all these down to my plugin folder. Now basically, how am I gonna do this? They won't all work now, okay? But it's the best of it. Start the server up. Now it will start up like that. So I will see you in game. It's going into game. Now I've got a communication error, so I'm probably gonna have to restart my server. Someone's just going to. I'll give you the IP as well, Courtney, in a sec. After I've got my Minecraft working. I might need to go on the internet to see my IP because I don't have a static IP. That's the only problem I have. And it's also not 24/7. And also, the best places to go in to find your IP is called whatsmyip.org. Now that I'll have that in link in the description as well, just so you can. It's the same IP. Colin, it's the same IP. It's probably just taking a while to load. Okay. Right, I'm joining my server. Right, I'm on. Now, I've logged myself in. And I do not have permitted to extract things. Lol. Now that is a problem I need to build. I am not permitted to build. And I'm also in yellow. Help. And I also don't have access to any plugins, to what plugins I have. But yeah, basically that's my server. Come and join if you want. I'll see you next time. See ya.